Hello my dear students, this is Askar Khan explaining to you Algebra 1 lesson on the order of operations and evaluating expressions. In this lesson, you will study what are the orders of operations and how to evaluate expressions. And by the end of this lesson, you will be able to simplify expressions involving exponents, and you'll also be able to use the order of operations to evaluate expressions. So welcome to the lesson and let's dive into understanding the concepts. Let's understand what is a power. A power has two parts. One is the base and the other is the exponent. For example, 2 to the power 3. The 3 is the exponent and the base is the 2. What does it mean? It means that the base 2 is repeated 3 times. That is what the power means. So we know what an exponent is and we know what a base is. For example, 2 to the 5 to the power 4. What does it mean? It means 5 is multiplied by itself 4 times. 5 times 5 times 5 and times 5. That is what this is, 5 to the power 4, where 4 is the exponent and 5 is the base. What does 3 to the power 3 mean? It means 3 times 3 times 3. So we understand what power means, we know what base is, we know what exponent is. Let's see what is simplification. Let's try this. Simplifying powers. What is the simplified form of the expression 10 to the power 7? What do we mean by simplify? You simplify a numerical expression when you replace it with a single numerical value. So when you replace this numerical expression with a single numerical value, we say that this is in its simplified form. So what does 10 to the power 7 actually mean? It is nothing but 10 times 10, 10 times 10, 7 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's what it means. And what is the numerical value of this? It is 10 followed by 6 zeros. So this is the simplified form of 10 to the power 7. Let's see what is the simplified form of 0.2 to the power 5. What is it? It is 0.2 multiplied by itself 5 times. What is the exponent over here? The exponent is 5. What is the base? 0.2. So it is 0.2 times 0.2 times 0.2 times 0.2 and the last time 0.2. And if you multiply all this, what do you get? You get 0.00032. This is in the simplified form. So let's see whether you got it now. So let's say, did you get this? What is the simplified form of each expression? 3 to the power 4. You can hit the pause button and try it out and then play it to see how it is solved. So good. Let's see that. 3 to the power 4 is nothing but 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. And how much is, and how much is that? This is 3. And 3 to the power 4, that's going to be 81. Great. Let's try another one. 2 over 3 to the power 3. What will the answer be? It's 2 over 3 multiplied by itself 3 times. So that's going to be 2 over 3 times 2 over 3 times 2 over 3, and which is, multiply them, 2 times 2, 4, 4 times 2, 8. So that's going to be 8 over 3 times 3, 9, 9 times 3, 27, 8 over 27. Good. Let's try another one. What about this? 0.5 to the power 3. How much is that going to be? So 0.5 times 0.5 times 0.5, and when you multiply that, it's going to be 0.125. That is the simplified form. So we got how to deal with powers. Let's move ahead. Let us look at this problem. 2 plus 3 times 5. The same thing. You might be thinking that I can do this in two different ways. In the first case, you might be thinking that, okay, let me add first 2 plus 3 and then I will multiply it with 5, in which case you will end up getting 25. Or you might be thinking that, no, I will multiply first 3 times 5, which is 15, and then I will add 2 to it, that will give me 17. Both answers seems to be reasonable, but do you know what? This is wrong. Why? Because whenever you have addition and multiplication together in one numerical expression, you multiply first and then add. Why is that so? Because mathematicians have laid down an order of operations, and we have to perform the operations based upon that order. And what is that order? Here it is. The order of operations is, first, you will perform any operations inside grouping symbols, inside parentheses or brackets, or a fraction bar is also acts as a grouping symbol. For example, if you have the fraction bar, this is also a grouping symbol. That is the first order of operation. You will perform anything that is inside the parenthesis or the group or the fraction bar. The second step, the second order, is simplify powers, and the third order is multiplication and division from left to right, and then the fourth is adding and subtracting from left to right. So first, open the parenthesis, deal with anything that is inside the parenthesis. Second, deal with the powers. Third, deal with multiplication and division starting from left to right. Fourth, and then deal with addition and subtraction starting from left to right. Let's work out some of the problems applying this order of operations. Let's try this. What is the simplified form of each expression? 6 minus 2 to the power 3 divided by 2. Now, according to the order of operations, what will we do first? We will enter the brackets and then we'll perform the operation that is inside the bracket. So, we enter the bracket over here and we perform this first. 6 minus 2, that is going to give us 4. Everything else remains the same, to the power 3 divided by 2. Now, what is the next operation that we will perform according to the order of operations? Do we do division first or do we deal with the powers? We will deal with the powers. So 4 to the power 3 is how much? It is 64. So 64 divided by 2. and now that is going to be equal to 32. So according to the order of operations, this will be the answer, and this is how we apply the order of operations. Let's try another one. Let's try this. What is the simplified form of each expression? 2 to the power 4 minus 1. The whole thing is divided by 5. Which operation will we perform first? Remember, we said a fraction bar is also like a parenthesis. It has to be treated first. So we will enter the fraction bar and we will perform this operation first. In that, which is the operation that we perform, we will perform the exponent dealing with the powers. So 2 to the power 4 is going to be 16. So it's going to become 16 minus 1 divided by 5. We are going to perform now 16 minus 1, that's 15 divided by 5, and that's going to be 3. So this is how we do this problem applying the order of operations. Now let's see whether you got it or not. Try this. Which operation will you perform first? You will perform the power operation. Good, according to the order of operations. So we perform the power operation 4 squared, and that's going to be 16. And the rest of the problem is going to remain the same, minus 5 times 7. Now, which one are you going to perform first? Observe, you have multiplication and division on the same level. So which one will you perform first? You will perform multiplication first, because starting from left to right, we come across multiplication. So 7 times 5 is 35. So we perform this first and we get 35 minus 16 divided by 2. Now we can perform the division, which is going to be 35 minus 16 divided by 2 is 8. And 35 minus 8 is equal to 27. Great. That's how we move on. Let's try another one. Okay, try this. 12 minus 25 divided by 5. Which one will you perform first? By now, you must be knowing, so you will perform the division first. 25 divided by 5, and that's going to be 5. And the rest is going to remain the same. 12 minus 5 is 7. So that is our answer. This is pretty simple. Try this. 4 plus 3 to the power 4 divided by 7 minus 2. So we know that a fraction bar acts like a parenthesis, so we will do this and this. So if we have to do the numerator, 4 plus 3 to the power 4, which one will you perform first? The power, of course. So 3 to the power 4 is how much? It is 81. So 4 plus 81 divided by 7 minus 2. We are going to the bottom here, 7 minus 2, and that's going to be 5. Next step, 4 plus 81 is 85 divided by 5, and that is going to be 17. This is how you apply the order of operations. Great going. Let's move ahead in the concepts further. Let's try this problem. Evaluating algebraic expressions. What do we mean by evaluating? When you replace a variable with a number, then we say that we are evaluating the algebraic expression. So you evaluate an algebraic expression by replacing each variable with a given number. Now, what is the value of each expression for x equal to 5 and y equal to 2? So in this case, we will be replacing x with 5 and y with 2. and see what is the simplified value of this expression. So the first step is, let's write down how the expression looks like after replacing the values. So x squared is going to be 5 squared because x is equal to 5, plus x is going to be 5 minus 12 divided by y squared. The value of y is 2, so 2 squared. Now from here, how do we proceed? Remember the order of operations. What do we do first? We will deal with the powers. So 5 squared is how much? It's 25. The rest of the problem remains the same, plus 5 minus 12 divided by, then we can deal with the power over here. 2 squared is 4. Next, what do? We will deal with division. Good. So 12 divided by 4 is 3. The rest of the problem remains the same. It's 25 plus 5 minus 3 now. So now which one will we deal first? Addition or subtraction? Addition, starting from left to right. Remember? So 25 plus 5, and that's going to be 30 minus 3, and that is 27. So the simplified value of this is 27. We have evaluated this expression for x equal to 5 and y is equal to 2. Great. Let's try another. Try this for the same values of x and y. X is equal to 5 and y equal to 2. Evaluate this expression. So let's try it. First, let's replace the values of x and y with the given numbers. So in this case, it's going to be xy, 5 times y is 2, the whole square, divided by x is 5 times y, which is 2. So our expression looks like this. Now we can easily figure it out. Which one are we going to do first? We enter the parenthesis and we do this. 5 times 2 is 10. So now our equation is going to look like 10 squared divided by 5 times 2, and that's 10 again. Now what are we going to do? 10 squared is 100. So we're going to do 100 divided by 10, and the answer is 10. So this is how we evaluate. And now let's see whether you got it or not. So what is the value of each expression when a is equal to 3 and b is equal to 4? So the value of a is 3 and the value of b is 4. So let's replace it. So 3b will be 3 times 4 minus a squared will be 3 squared because the value of a is 3. Now let's move on. Which one will we do first? Of course, the exponent, the power. So 3 squared is 9. So 9 minus, then we can do this, 4 times 3, which is 12. Now 12 minus 9 is 3. So the value of this expression is 3. Let's try another one for the same values of a and b. 2b squared minus 7a. So let's replace the values first. So it's going to be 2b squared. b is 4. So 4 squared minus 7 times a is 3. So which one will we do first? We will do the exponent first, and that's going to be 4 squared, which is 16. So it's 2 times 16 minus 7 times 3. Then we can do 2 times 16, which is 32, minus, we can do 7 times 3, that is 21. And 32 minus 21 is 11. So that is the value of this expression. Great. Let's move ahead. Let's try a real world problem in terms of algebraic expressions. What is an expression for the spending money you have left after depositing 2/5 of your wages in savings? So what is the question actually asking? Suppose let's take if W is equal to the wages you are getting and you are depositing 2/5 of this wages. So you're depositing 2/5 of the wages. What is the money that is left with you to spend? So what will be the expression? The expression is going to be W minus 2/5 of this wages you are going to spend, or you're going to save. So you are left with this much to spend. So this is an algebraic expression for spending money that you are left. Now let's move on to the question. Evaluate the expression for weekly wages of $40, $50, $75 and $100. Now it becomes pretty easy. So since now you have already got the expression W minus 2/5 of W, if your weekly wages is 40, so your value of W now is 40. So your expression will look like 40 minus 2/5 of 40, and that's going to be equal to how much? 24. So you're left with $24 to spend. Suppose if your weekly wages were $50, so it will be 50 minus 2/5 of 50, and that's going to be $30 left. For 75 wages, it's going to be 75 minus 2/5 of 75, and that's going to be $45 left for you to spend. If your wages were 100, it's going to be 100 minus 2/5 of 100, and that is $60 for you to spend. So great. So learn savings, save first and then think of spending. Okay? So let's move on and see whether you got it. Try this. The shipping cost for an order of an online store is 1/10 the cost of the items you order. What is an expression for the total cost of a given order? So let C be the cost of the item, whatever item you're ordering. How much will the shipping company now charge extra to ship you the item? They will charge 1/10 of the cost of the item. So that means they will charge 1/10 of C. They will add it to the cost of the item. So the total cost of the item is going to be C plus 1/10 of C. This will be the expression to find the total cost of the item. Then the problem becomes very easy. What are the total costs for orders of $43? So if the cost of the item is $43, so what will be the total cost? So the total cost is going to be, now the cost is 43, so 43 plus 1/10 of 43, and that is going to give you 47.3. So the total cost is going to be $47.3. What if the total cost, the cost of the item was 79? So then it's going to be 79 plus 1/10 of 79. Can you try that out now? That will be $86.9 and so on. So this is how you evaluate an expression, and this is how you apply it in your real world problems. Great going. A wonderful work by you. Keep putting on the efforts. Stick on to the videos. Subscribe to the channel Wisdom Outlined. Recommend it to your friends. And if you want any online classes or in-person classes, you can WhatsApp me at the given number in the next slide. Thank you very much for watching this video. So once again, my name is Askar Khan and my math lessons are on YouTube channel Wisdom Outlined, and my self-help talks are on YouTube channel Principles Outlined. If you want to reach me out for math lessons, you can do so at my WhatsApp number 00966 507 081702. Thank you, and looking forward for your comments, and also please do subscribe to this channel and share it with one and all. Thank you very much.